The Samsung Galaxy S8 was, for more or less obvious reasons, definitely the most anticipated smartphone of recent years. Let's find out if it's still relevant. Package. The packaging is particularly rich. Inside we find a power adapter for fast charging, a USB to USB-C cable, a microUSB to USB-C adapter, an OTG adapter, and the excellent AKG earphones, that have amazed us with their spatiality and balance between the various frequencies. Build and ergonomics. With this device, Samsung fully embraced the idea of a curved screen, and also changed the proportions, making the smartphone taller and narrower. This allows it to have a larger screen, in a body that is much more manageable. This was also possible by moving the fingerprint reader to the back, next to the camera. The smartphone has a metal profile and a glass back. The camera is almost flush with the phone, protected only by a tiny lip. The device is also water and dust resistant. On the left side, we find the new physical button dedicated to Samsung's personal assistant, Bixby. Hardware. The smartphone sports a 2.3 GHz Exynos 8895 octa-core processor, and a Mali G71 GPU. The RAM amounts to 4 GB, and the internal memory capacity starts from 64 GB, and is expandable via a microSD card. The connectivity is also excellent. It was the first smartphone on the market with support for LTE Gigabit, 1024 megabits per second, as well as dual-band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5, which allows you to connect two devices at the same time, GPS assisted by GLONASS Galileo, and finally the NFC chip. The fingerprint reader on the back is easily accessible, and the bottom speaker offers good audio quality and decent volume. Beside it we find a Type-C port. The dual iris scanning sensors are on the front, while the heart rate sensor is still positioned in the rear. Camera. The Galaxy S8 is equipped with a 12-megapixel f-stop 1.7 sensor, with dual-pixel technology, optical image stabilization, and LED flash. Photos are rich in detail, with well-balanced colors, and the focus is precise and fast. The quality worsens in low-light conditions, but it still manages to balance the colors better than most other smartphones. The app is full of features, like the automatic HDR, the hyperlapse, the quick launch, and the ability to position the shutter button wherever you want. New features include Bixby Vision for object recognition, real-time effects, Snapchat style, and a renewed background blur effect that also works with the front camera. It is here that the improvements have been more marked. The new 8-megapixel f-stop 1.7 front-facing camera is definitely good, and also supports video recording in 2K, with active HDR to boot. The rear camera records 4K video, with active electronic stabilization, in addition to the optical one. Also good is the 720p slow motion mode, at 120 frames per second, display. The screen has a 5.8-inch wide quad high-definition plus display, 2960 by 1440 pixels, made with Super AMOLED technology. The display has an 18.5:9 ratio. This elongated shape results in greater handling for the phone. The screen is curved at the sides and rounded at the corners. The screen is particularly flashy, thanks to the high brightness. Anyone who wants can still make the colors look more natural from the settings. There is also the always-on display technology, that allows you to see the notifications, even when the screen is off. Unlocking. We now have 3 modes of biometric unlocking: the iris scan, which is the safest but perhaps the least accurate method, the face unlock, which is the quickest but the least secure, and the fingerprint reader, the more precise of the 3 but placed in a weird position. Battery life. The battery is a 3000 mAh unit. With heavy use, you will still be able to arrive at the end of a working day. Luckily it also comes with 2 very handy technologies, really fast charging, and fast wireless charging. Final verdict. The Samsung Galaxy S8 has a great screen, a great camera, and solid software. It is still a great smartphone.